This segment of the news is brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office.
Two people were injured in a rollover accident on Bell Vista this morning. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies responded to a single vehicle rollover on West Bell Vista just on the outskirts of town this morning. Inside the vehicle was a mother and a small infant child. Passerbys were able to shelter the two victims of this accident inside their car until medics arrived. Both were transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital with injuries sustained as a result of this accident. How the accident occurred is under the investigation of the Nye County Sheriff's Office and is possibly weather-related. No other vehicles were involved in this collision, and the car appears to be a total loss. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The Secretary of State, Barbara Cegavske, made a stop in Pahrump this morning. We caught up with her at the Board of County Commissioners chambers.
We hear election fraud or voter fraud, but it's the actual registration forms that have been fraudulently turned in, and that's what we've been concentrating on, and that's what we've seen, and that's what we have evidence of. We've made it an arrest in Pahrump. We have another one that came that has come our way that we have permission to make the arrest, and we just have to find the person, so there's a warrant out for that arrest, and then there's other investigations that we're doing that we can't publicly talk about, but it's ongoing, and so we decided in the Secretary of State's office that we're going to be proactive. We're going to the legislature with a bill. We're asking everybody to be trained and certified if you're going to get gather signatures, or if you're going to fill out those registration forms. We found that the lack of knowledge, not only of the Nevada laws, but also of how you're supposed to be 100 feet away from any polling place. All of those things people didn't know, they didn't understand. And so our goal is to make sure in training that you understand Nevada laws and that you are somebody that is trained and certified in collecting and gathering signatures or filling out the forms of registration.
How many registration forms were actually altered or changed, do you know? And did any of them go through or affect elections?
The wonderful thing is that we have 17 counties. We have 15 clerks in 15 clerks that are elected in 15 counties, and we have a voter registrar in each the Clark and Washoe counties. So out of the 17 counties, they were the ones that turned in the fraudulent forms. They did not get past them. They were not put in, and no, they caught them, and that's where we got the help from each one of the counties that had any problems with these entities. They turned them over, and then we turned them over to our criminal investigation team to look at, and then we work with the AG's office for the prosecution, and then you have to go before a grand jury to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, you have all the correct information, and then they will give us a subpoena for an arrest.
Russ Meads, who owns Double M Construction, spoke to News 46 recently regarding the proposal for 77 homes to be built on the property of Spring Mountain Motorsports.
77 residential homes at the Spring Mountain Raceway. So the final map was approved today, the BOCC meeting, and it's pretty exciting. So we've got a few details to get it recorded and get APN numbers and addresses, but we should expect to start seeing construction of the water and sewer system within a month, and we hope to be able to start houses immediately after that.
Is this going to be a big subdivision? What's ultimately the goal here?
So it's a private subdivision inside the gates of Spring Mountain, so you have to be a member of the track or the lake or something out there at the racetrack to be able to purchase a lot and build a house. But there'll be nice homes, they'll be unique, different, something unique for Pahrump, and it's exciting because we've got a lot of people who want to build and put down roots here in Pahrump and become a resident. And
are they thinking maybe some will be rentals?
I think maybe some may rent, but I think the majority of them, everyone I've talked with so far, are looking forward to being able to build their own little resort.
Is there plans for expansion?
We are hoping for expansion. It's a long process with the BLM to be able to get land disposable, but we've been working on that process for a while, so we're hoping to gather a whole many, at least double what's there.
You and your company, Double M Construction, have been real busy down there at Spring Mountain, haven't you?
We have. I think Spring Mountain really has been the thing that's kept us alive here over the last 8 to 10 years. And it's been great working with John and the rest of the staff there. Great dreams, great detail in their expansion plans. And he's been very good about sticking with the long, hard process of getting all this through a lot of agencies that have to approve things. But we're about through it and we're ready.
John told us just last year that we're going to see more growth and more construction down there in the next 2 years than we've ever seen down there at Spring Mountain.
That's a true statement. So the plans that we have and that we've been working on over the last few years would more than double the buildings and the stuff that we see from the highway. And there's not a whole lot more track expansion currently until we get some more BLM land, but finally we'll have some stuff that we're planning on building for the public's use out front on the highway, which would be fantastic.
I'm going to say it, the stores, the theater, tell me all about it.
Currently we don't have anything under contract yet because we need to finish this map to be able to get it recorded and get everything through, but there are some wonderful things that the residents of Pahrump have been waiting for a long time.
More local news after the break.